Hey guys, welcome back. Alright, let's continue on where we left off in the previous lesson. Okay, so let's talk about in detail about the public chain and the tokens and the private chain. So as we mentioned in the previous lesson, a public chain is examples of public blockchain, right? Bitcoin. When I say Bitcoin, I mean the Bitcoin blockchain network, the entire community of the Bitcoin, right? Which means the entire blockchain infrastructure, and also they call it as a blockchain system in some texts and some of the books, and also they call it blockchain network. So that essentially means the entire blockchain foundation which Bitcoin is founded upon, and which is what makes Bitcoin possible. The token of exchange of Bitcoin is BTC, right? That's the token of exchange, which is the Bitcoin units, which you buy and sell and trade when you send Bitcoin to your friends and your family and so on, right? So it's important for us to understand the distinction: the Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, BTC, or the Bitcoin blockchain network, which is the actual network which the BTC resides on. Okay, so Ethereum is another type of a public blockchain network, which is basically means Ethereum, the main net. The main net of Ethereum is the network which handles actual live transactions of Ether, which actually has the actual worldwide miners around the Ethereum network, which mine and confirm and they validate the transactions of Ether as they go from one wallet address to another. Now, it's very critical to understand Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the very few blockchain networks that support both a private blockchain and a public blockchain, right? And the public blockchain of Ethereum, it's called the main net, which is the main network. In a private blockchain network, it means that you are able to use the same protocol and security of the Ethereum's main public blockchain and deploy it into a private blockchain solution for you to use for your app or for your project. In other words, you can go into AWS and spin up an instance of an Ethereum blockchain. It would be a private Ethereum blockchain network. Basically, it would have all the features and functionality of the traditional Ethereum, such as asymmetric cryptography, the SHA-256, the mining, but with slight differences. As a private blockchain network within your infrastructure or within the cloud service providers such as AWS or Azure, the mining works by defining rules. You set the rules for the mining of the bots, which are essentially part of the software that reside on the blockchain infrastructure of the hosting service. And you decide, okay, let's see, you set the criteria for the transaction. So you say, if the transaction is coming from an address of, for example, 50 characters, accept it as is. If there's a checksum in the 50 characters, if it's a hexadecimal code, accept it and confirm and validate the transaction and let it go through, right? So you set the criteria for your mining. It's not being handled by the community in the public blockchain or by miners who want to be able to confirm and verify and they have to join with specific equipment. No, it's done individually for you to control and own as part of your solution. This can be a major advantage and it also can be a disadvantage. It depends on your solution. We'll talk more about in the next few slides how to make the best possible decision for you to choose between a public blockchain or a private blockchain, the cost advantages of each and disadvantages of each, right? Zcash is another public blockchain which supports on the ZEC, the cryptocurrency, right? A token of exchange, as we said earlier, a unit of exchange, it is a representation or a local unit of exchange that represents value. ERC20 is a standard for the Ethereum blockchain network. ERC stands for Ethereum Request for Comment. 20 is the number of the standard policy, I believe it is, that Ethereum defined. Ethereum essentially defined a standard for any person who want to be able to interact and transact with the public Ethereum blockchain and use and transact with Ether. You have to define an ERC standard, ERC20 standard in your application, which means there's a set of specific functions and procedures which you have to be using as part of the standard for you to be able to transact from your local token of exchange into an Ether and allowing international people to be able to, subscribers to be able to buy into your token share, right? ICO tokens, also known as initial coin offering. Now, because of what happened 2016, 2017, there's a whole shift now from ICO into an STO, security token offering, which many companies are opting in for as well, right? Okay, so let me just continue on here. All right, I'm gonna stop right here, guys, and we'll continue on in the next lesson where I'll be talking about a private blockchain and a consortium blockchain. Okay, thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Just gonna stop right here.